Alright, so there's a young lady who is asking me to call somebody. Um, Her situation, emotionally, she kinda understands some of my emotions. She's going through some pretty hefty stuff, but I want to explain some things. She's reaching out to me for help. She wants me to call her wife and talk to her. Her wife doesn't want to talk to her and cut her off and won't listen. When that happened to me a lot, it wasn't over me wanting to be with a wife or a girlfriend or anything in that nature. It's me wanting to be with my loved ones, yeah. But I was cut off from all of my loved ones over the assumption that I was after more than just friendship. She had more than just friendship, and it's one of those things where she's asking me for help. When Natalie asked for that kind of help, she got it. But when I needed help, putting a stop to all of this, it was because I was being actually abused over things I didn't do. It wasn't just emotional because somebody wouldn't talk to me like it is with this young woman. It was that I couldn't see any of my loved ones. Any of them. When I was able to save up enough finances to go travel to see them, they were too busy, didn't have time. Video games were more important. Drinking was more important. I'm not gonna tell you this woman's name, and I'm hoping she calls, because if I'm gonna call her friend for her, I need to hear her speak. And I need her to listen. Because when I reached out for help to try to get the stuff to stop, fucking flies, I was actually being abused, and people assumed and treated me as if it was because I was infatuated with Natalie or in love with Natalie and couldn't live without her. This young woman, that's exactly what she is texting me about her wife. She loves her wife, she misses her, she can't live without her. I should really just start reading this. Okay. This is just from today. And it is quite a bit. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of today. We're still scrolling back. That is, it's gonna be a long video, folks. I do apologize. I'll leave names out of it. This is, somebody who's friends with Natalie and Alicia. I hope I didn't just ash in my... Oh, good, I didn't. My internet might have froze up. Hit the troubleshoot problems button. Oh, it worked. Cancel. Alright, I was trying to get her $100 because she was homeless and she was in a fucked up situation. I typed, well, turns out the government can take your money whenever they want. A new acquaintance said said he is sending me $300. He wasn't able to because of the COVID thing, and he was trying to send cash from the UK. That stands for United Kingdom. I typed, I'll believe it when I see it. And due to COVID-19, it didn't show up, so of course it's a good thing I didn't count on that egg. Sadly, since I told you I would and didn't come through, I'm hoping they do so. I can make it up. I'm hoping they do so I can make it up to you. Yes, I was avoiding you. I feel ashamed for not keeping my word and hoped that I could just send it when it got here and pretend that the extra day or two wait was no big deal. But it's been over a week since I told you I would send it, so I had to stop avoiding you and explain the situation. I feel like an asshole. Oh, today, she posted up a picture of her breakfast. It wasn't very healthy, but I typed to her, very healthy. She typed, life called it. Then she typed, you okay? I typed, no, but at the moment I would rather focus on you, hoping you were doing okay. I can't send you anything today, which sucks. I hope you have a roof over your head. She typed, it's okay. Don't worry about sending me anything. Thank you for the awesome gesture. I'll always make ends meet. I do have a roof over my head at a hefty price, of course, but I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. I'm so incredibly lost right now. My heart is so broken, and there's no one to fix it. I hate this. I typed, I know that feeling. When we need help and those who claim to love us can't even listen to understand, it hurts. I have lost so many. She typed, that's exactly how it is. I miss my wife so much, but she won't even talk to me. I need her in my life. This is where our stories are different. For me, I just needed a friend. It didn't have to be Natalie, it could have been anyone. The thing with Natalie is that I couldn't go see any of my anyones because she lied while on drugs to a bunch of people that were on drugs. No, Natalie wasn't the one running around saying that I molested her and shit like that. That was Maddie Boa exclusively and her customers. When I was trying to get a hold of Natalie, I just wanted the violence to stop. I just wanted to see my loved ones for shit's sake. Alicia, one of the last things that she said to me was, Sean, you just need to be loved. And then her shitty opinions and her sister's shitty opinions and the fact that they didn't even care to look at the truth, to look at what I was going through, or to understand. Like, that phone was so fucked up and Natalie knew it. I mean, look on her face when she saw that phone on her, or on my birthday. That phone that used to be hers, that one was so fucked up. But with this young woman, she's got the frame of mind of the people that had assumed that I had. Me and Natalie, we held hands once. We never kissed. We never dated. We never had any sort of a relationship like that. We were friends. But her not telling the truth cut me off from all of my friends. Cut me off from my older brother, who's really been the only person in my family who's been actual family other than my grandma. And that depends on the time of year, I suppose. Or what year, what decade. When I was a kid, his decisions made my life hell because he was my brother. As an adult, I got to go to Boulder and be who I am because my older brother had a reputation there for being a good man. That meth fucking took over, though. Oh my god, it took over everything. Heroin, too. Heroin's regional, meth is everywhere. So she typed, I need her in my life. I have separation anxiety and fucking can't stand not hearing from her. You know, I have separation anxiety too. That's something we have in common. It's not just not hearing from her, it's not being able to see any of my loved ones in person. If I go to Colorado, the police will come and get me immediately, and they will do immediate harm to me and have no remorse about it. Nobody's gonna care because I'm not black. I mean that. Nobody was gonna care enough to do something. With Zaid Atkinson, he had lawyers lining up, wanting to help him. Not one lawyer has done that with me. I got to see hundreds of people typing about how attractive he is, how good looking he is. Is that really what it comes down to? How good looking he is. I got to read that with Natalie too. Everybody talks about how good looking she was. Why does that matter? I loved Natalie because she was good to me when nobody else was. I loved Natalie because she saved my life, and that allowed me to save other people that I love. I just plugged my phone in so it would charge. So it's not just Natalie that I was separated from. It wasn't just Maddie who I was separated from. Maddie didn't even give me a chance to defend myself. Maddie Boa and Natalie Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger were the only friends that I had at that point in time. And the only one that I spent any real time with was Alicia. I spent time with her every day at her request. Let's see. I have separation anxiety and fucking can't stand not hearing from her. It puts me through the worst mind races and I don't know how to control them. I've been going completely out of my mind. What's been going on with you? I replied, oddly, you feel about your wife, or oddly, how you feel about your wife is how people assumed I thought about Natalie. She was just a friend. That's her. It's not getting on my phone yet, though. It's got a lot of delay. Hey, can you hear me? Alright. Hold on a second. I was on my computer trying to research some stuff.
Like what?
Well, I got a lot of court stuff that I got going on. I've been trying to get an honest day in court for about 3 years now. So that's part of what I had to tell you. Cause all right, yeah, you know how you feel about your wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how people assumed that I felt about Natalie, and they did a lot of really mean, evil stuff over it. When I reached out for help, like you're reaching out to me for help, because people assumed that I felt for Natalie the way that you feel about your wife. They accused me of stalking her. They accused me of harassing her friends, even though these were our mutual friends and I was reaching out for help. I wasn't even allowed to go to that court date. I wasn't allowed to face my accusers or defend myself in any way, shape, or form. They called me a stalker for trying to get help, and I know that you're trying to get help. I do want you to know that I am willing to help you and that I also want you to know that I could get into a lot of trouble with this, especially with not being allowed to defend myself in other court dates. I don't know if this will help you out at all. It might not, and I know it's hard to take your mind off of things and calm down, especially when it's racing like that. And the more happens, the more you have running through your head, the tougher it is to sleep. The more it runs through your head that if you don't do something, it's just going to continue. But if I do that, because of those court dates that I got railroaded in, I can get into a lot of trouble, and I want you to know that. And I know that you just want to talk to her, but see, like with me, it wasn't even a just wanting to talk to Natalie thing. It was people were accusing me of being a monster, accusing me of doing things that were done to me when I was a kid that I would never do to another human being. Like, people were accusing me of raping Natalie and Alicia and accusing me of molesting them and all sorts of shit, and it was her real dad that did that. Oh, you had to hang up. Alright, you just messaged me. Where the hell am I talking to myself like a loony? I'm typing, I have a couple more things to say. Alright, she did not answer. She says she can't answer. Please type it out. So I guess I'm gonna try to use talk to text, but all up. Comma, because the court dates that I wasn't allowed to go to, comma, if I call her, comma, I could get into a lot of trouble. Period. I will call her in a couple of minutes, comma, okay? Question mark. I told her if she called me that I would call, and I'm going to. I'm gonna read this though. I'm gonna finish reading this before I call this young woman. Let's see. She typed, "What's been going on with you?" I typed, "Oddly you feel about your..." Oh, I already read that part, didn't I? No, I didn't. "Oddly you feel about your wife. How you feel about your wife is how people assumed I thought about Natalie. She was just a friend. Where you can't function without your wife, and it hurts you not to hear from her. I feel that way about every loved one. I can't see over what happened. I just wanted her to tell the truth, to put a stop to the stalking, harassment, and assaults I was enduring. I get a lot of abuse for sticking up for the LGBT community and the black community and native community, but anyone who thinks they can shut me up better do so with a bullet. I was denied a court date again. I stayed away from the drugs and alcohol and protected people. What I got for it is hell. She typed, damn, that's crazy. I'm sorry you went through that. I'm glad you were able to stay away from the drugs and alcohol. I have not been able to be that strong. I wouldn't either. I was drunk through most of high school. I quit when I turned 21 and it was no longer fun. But I didn't quit because it was no longer fun. I quit because, well, I went to an AA meeting and listening to those fucking pussies bitch, whine, moan, and fucking complain and all that shit. Hell the fuck no. If it helps you, fine, go. I'm not gonna fucking listen to you. I'd rather go without drinking than listen to you. I told myself if I drink again, I'd go to AA meetings, and I'm not going to any fucking AA meetings. So fuck that. Every day I want to drink some vodka. I want to drink until I am dead, and I mean it. But I don't. She typed, damn, that's crazy. I'm sorry you went through that. I'm glad you were able to stay away from the drugs and alcohol. I have not been able to be that strong. I try to drown my emotions and numb out my feelings. Most people do. That's why we make no progress. You say, I can't do anything about it. And down to the bottom of the bottle, you put that bottle right up to your head and pull the trigger. I can't stand my life without her. I hate myself for the way I've made it every day. I self-sabotage and destroy every good thing in my path. I don't understand why. I have been living a real-life hell. Every single day I'm put through a psychosis, believing the worst things are happening. You know, for me, those worst things that were happening. Hopefully with her, she's wrong. I made a really bad decision the other day to steal my friend's car and go on a suicide mission. It didn't end well, and I've buried myself in an endless shitstorm because of it. I typed, I stole my mom's car for the same purpose in 2001. I was going to drive off a cliff, but it's Nebraska, it's flat. Type, laugh my ass off, that's unfortunate. The world is flat. I should have killed myself like 10 times over. You know, I say that a lot too. I should have fucking killed myself. We could have avoided all of this hell if I'd have just fucking killed myself. But if I'd have killed myself that day when Natalie came in, especially after she dropped her whole heart on me, told me that she was going to kill herself 100 times, but thinking of me was the only reason she didn't. If I'd have killed myself in the bathroom right after talking to her, she might end up dead too. She might have killed herself over that. She might have thought that it was her fault. What did I get out of it? I got a life of hell. She typed, I've decided it's my hell to be stuck here living this life I am. Miserable and desperate for happiness. My only source won't talk. She's completely alienated me. I need her so badly. So bad. She's my other half. The only person who understands even a little bit how I operate. Everyone else thinks I need rehab and a fucking shrink, which I'm sure I do. See, that's the thing, is that she's got drug addictions. I left that behind me a lot of years ago. I never got addicted to drugs. Well, some of the pills that the doctors put me on as a kid are highly addictive, and Many of them are actually illegal to give to anybody now. Some of them, the doses that I was on would put a fucking adult into a coma. They actually did put me into a coma once. Pretty cool, huh? And always a shrink, a shrink, a shrink, a shrink. Maybe with her problems, a shrink would help. But a shrink didn't help me because the help I needed was an end to the violence, the ability to see my loved ones, not just one person, but all of them. All of the positive people that I had in my life that I was robbed from, and they were robbed from me as well. But I have a lot of traumatic things that have happened, and every day I have a delusion that my life is going to end and hers too. It's absolutely, let's see, it's absolutely horrifying sometimes. All I can do is curl up in a ball in the bathroom and silently scream. I'm sure all of you guys are starting to understand how she feels. Man is not allowed to feel that way. These behaviors out of a man would be considered stalking, and women actually stalk a lot more than men, like a lot more than men. We're talking about hundreds of percentage points more. But I feel bad for her and her emotions. She typed, I'm so scared of losing her, like her dying. It's my absolute worst nightmare. Those of you who followed this from the beginning, you know that I had a nightmare about Natalie dying in a car accident in Chesapeake, Virginia, driving into the back end of a service truck. The airbag deploys and breaks her neck, and her face is staring right at me. It's my absolute worst nightmare. She typed, I feel like I'm losing her every day I'm not with her. That's how I feel with all of my loved ones. Out of sight, out of mind. My predators are there to say and do whatever they want. I can't do anything but just take it. Stay here in this fucking racist ass, bass backwards redneck town. Most of my loved ones I can't see. Rihanna wants to see me. We're not allowed to see each other. I got a lot of friends in Colorado that want to see me, and I can't see them either. Many of them didn't even know that I wasn't in Colorado. Anyway, young woman typed, I feel like I'm losing every day I'm not with her. And I guess the truth is I already lost her. She told me when she left me last that was the last time I would ever see or hear from her. Shit, it's been true to that since. I hate her for it, but I don't blame her. I'm absolutely crazed out. I typed I go fetal often. Before Natalie was killed, I had a nightmare that her neck broke in a car accident in front of me. I still have that nightmare. Remember when I was trying to get you to call instead of type? Those dreams kill me. She replied, I hate waking up every day. I just want to go to sleep and never wake up. I don't know how many times I have typed those exact words. Exactly those words. But not over not getting to see someone that I'm in love with. It's over not being to see any of the people that I love, any of the positive people that I used to have in my life. She typed, I want it all to end. I'm hurting more than anyone knows, and I've typed those exact words so many times. She types, and I hate it. I hate it. And I've typed those words so many times. She typed, I do remember when you were trying to get me to call. I'm sorry. I didn't. Please forgive me. Now, also, there's a reason that I haven't called her friend back yet, or her wife back. She sent me a message that said that she has other people working on it. You know, when I needed help, I needed help to stop violence. It wasn't a I'm in love with her thing like this young woman is. It's a please call off the dogs, please tell the truth, or please kill me, please put me in the ground. She typed, I hate everything right now, and I feel that so much, so often. I hate that this stuff is allowed. I hate that people do terrible things to each other and get away with it. Not this in specific. I'm talking about the events of the world and the events of the United States for nearly the entirety of my life. Anyway, I replied to her, you just type things I have typed over 1,000 times in the last 3 years. You feel my pain, I wish you didn't. And you are forgiven, you didn't actually do anything wrong, you just didn't understand. And now that she does, I feel terrible. She typed, it's terrible. I wish it on no one. I hate myself. I hate who I am. I hate so much. It brings me to tears. Thanks for the forgiveness. I have a lot of forgiveness I seek. I don't understand a lot of things, but eventually it clicks. I didn't understand our lives when we were together, but I get all of it now. I hate it. The second part of that, I don't get. I've never been in a relationship, so that's all foreign shit to me. Stuff. That reminds me, do you know what the difference between stuff and junk is? Mine or yours. If it's mine, it's stuff. If it's yours, it's junk. Nearly everyone is that way. It's different for us than it is for others. Even in our own minds, the rules are different for us than they are for those around us. She typed, I'm going now, being summoned by the devil. Those of you in the addiction community, you feel that. I'm sure of it. A lot of the people who got a hold of me, a lot of the reason that they got a hold of me is because they're drug addicts. They felt shame for doing things like Natalie did, and they thought by helping me out that they might be able to make amends or make up for that. Some of them pushed men to the point of committing suicide. But then they're still on the drugs, they're still battling those addictions, and they still do what addicts do. Well, they feel bad because they did the same things that Natalie did to me, they did to somebody else. Well, that's how they deal with things. And when they got scared, because I told the truth, because I showed the truth, because I recorded the truth they promised to come forward about, so I recorded their words. I didn't like that. See, they wanted to help, but they didn't want anyone to know. They wanted to help, but they couldn't go in with me. They wanted to help, but they were afraid. They wanted to help, but they were broke. They wanted to help, but they were afraid for their lives, for their families' lives, for their children. They wanted to help, but the threats, harassment, and intimidation by the public over the internet, in real life, and by the police and their landlords, I understand. That don't make it right. And it's still not right. And that's why I still speak out no matter how pissed off they are at me. I'm going to show the truth. You'll never break the cycle Never. You will never break the cycle by being silent. You just pass it on for someone else. She typed, I'm going now, being summoned by the devil. I'll talk to you soon. Keep your head up. You're doing great. Don't let anybody make you think any different. And thank you, by the way. I replied to her, all those happy memories become pain. I got you. Stay with us. Your experiences are important. And they are. They're learning experiences for all of you and for me as well. Like I said, I've never been in a relationship. She replied, they did, but those memories are my best, and I go back to them every single minute of every day. They make me who I am. They cripple my existence, but they give me a reason to keep on keeping on. But they also make me want to kill myself. I understand the last part so well. With so many people. Being, triggers. Natalie lived in the wrong place for this to happen for my special interests. I like naval history, especially United States naval history. I like learning about the revolution and what America was supposed to stand for and the plan for making it happen, something that never ever actually came to fruition, but it's a beautiful dream. I just drank a fly. I hope it was a fly. Her experiences make her who she is. Same thing with me. Same thing with all of you. Your experiences influence your decision making. Your experiences, they determine how you think and how you react. If your experiences from the Midwest where everyone's friendly, or at least pretend to be, let's say you're from a small town of 200, everybody knows everybody and everybody pretty much is friendly because at that point you're just a big family. When you meet somebody new, you're probably pretty friendly with them. When somebody new moves to town, you're probably pretty friendly with them. If you grew up in places where 3 of your neighbors have been raped and 4 of the kids in the neighborhood have been killed in the last couple of years and you knew them, and you go into the grocery store and people stare at you like you're going to kill something, like they do with black folks, Hispanics, Asians, or homeless people. If you're broke and you're wearing dirty clothes, you get that treatment too. Train. But they also make me want to kill myself. She also typed, I got you also. Sorry for the long time no talk. I've been so stuck. You stay with us also. Your memories are important. Don't forget who you are, 'cause I know you. Or at least I felt like I do. Be good, stay true, find you. I know who I am. That's where I'm luckier. I don't have to go through that journey of sobriety. I beat those demons years ago. I broke the cycle. My family jumped into it headlong. She typed, then you typed more things that show you know how I feel. Or I typed, then you typed more things that show you know how I feel. Of my three best memories, Natalie was part of two of them. They hurt, but they come back every time I hear Virginia or Boulder or Chesapeake or Norfolk. Most of my friends live in Boulder. They post stuff about Boulder on Facebook all the time, and it takes me right back. Whenever I'm watching the History Channel or history shows where it's talking about the Civil War or the Revolutionary War or the War of 1812, you can't hear those names without hearing the words Chesapeake, Norfolk, or Virginia. It's just not going to happen. My favorite places that I've always wanted to visit are these historical landmarks, historical places where these battles were fought, where these people did these tremendous things. Did you know that black people served in every single regiment and aboard every United States naval ship? From the Revolutionary War forward. World War One and World War Two, they tended to just allow them to be cooks. But before that, they were fighting men. This racism towards black folks in the Navy didn't come about until 1904. How do we know that specifically? Anyway, I typed, they hurt, but they come back every time I hear Virginia or Boulder or Chesapeake or Norfolk. As a naval historian, that's a lot of triggers. I will be out of internet range for a few hours, but I will always make time for you. And then I gave her my phone number. Is my number in case of emergency or meltdown. She typed, what are you going out of internet range? Thank you for always making time for me. I don't expect you to. My number is in case of emergency or meltdown. So her reply is pretty similar to mine. I typed, yes, ma'am. I rescue people. Sometimes it means a ride. Sometimes it means a blanket in a blizzard. Sometimes it means standing in front of a gun or taking an ass whooping meant for someone else. Sometimes, like today, it means killing God's creatures, hacking off limbs, and leaving the mess for someone else to clean up. I got no blood on me, so I did better than last time. She typed, hell yeah, that's what's up. And then I sent her a picture of the bloody mess, except it's not a bloody mess, it's trees. Yeah, I fucked myself up pretty good today, and I probably won't be able to work for another 3 to 5 days, depending on how long it takes for me to heal up. Currently, I'm lucky. My back is numb. So I sent her a picture of the tree stumps. They're small trees. The biggest one was about that big around. I mean, fucking it weren't nothing, but it still was a lot of something for me. Wouldn't have been 5 years ago. 5 years ago, that would have been a walk in the park. 5 years ago, I'd have gotten that whole job done in a day. Including cleanup. And lilac bushes ain't easy to take out. I typed, that's what the SOB gets for slapping a woman in the face. Okay, it wasn't a woman, it was a stegaman, and he walked into it while drunk. Still, his hips sway when he walks, so I was defending his honor. Plus, when I asked the tree for ID, it ignored me, so I had to kill it. I was scared for my life. Oh God, I'm good at that. I should join the local PD. And then I typed, okay, that's the last time I type a bad joke at you. I'm headed back to finish up, but they gave me the internet code. I didn't type that right. Or it didn't. That was on my phone, so it sent whatever it wanted. I'm still not good with these things. Even without it, automatically doing that like it was when I was in Virginia with that busted ass phone. I still have that issue where it autocorrects often. And then people are like, fuck you, block. I sent her a song. It's called We the Kings, sad song featuring Elena Coates. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I typed, this ain't my favorite song. It just shows a universal emotion. She typed, dang, that wasn't a bad joke at all, lol. I will listen to the song later. I typed, there are two I tagged you in dedication. They are a better listen. She typed, dedicated to what? I typed, our lives, our struggles, and the strength to continue when all hope is lost. Just know that you are loved by someone you never met. I see you. I feel my struggles when I read your story. I don't mean that as an intimate thing. I mean you are human to me. More human because you admit your own faults. That is strength in a world like this. She typed, I thank you so much for this. I appreciate it and need it so much. I am in a really bad place mentally and I don't know how to be positive about it. I am such a caring person and my other half isn't there. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out and I can't explain it in more words how much I need her. Now, this kind of thinking that she's got going on, that's the kind of thinking that people wanted to assume that I had and pretend that I was a stalker because I think that way. When in reality, I wasn't thinking that way at all. I was thinking, I can't see any of my loved ones because you lied, Natalie. And your sister lied, and Maddie Boa lied. And people came after me and did terrible things to me. This woman actually feeling that way. Will people do terrible things to her the way they did to me? Probably not. She's a female. And she is pretty. I'm not gonna pretend like she's not. But it's not about her looks to me. However, I do have to take into account and factor in the fact that, yeah, people are more willing to listen to somebody who's pretty. Still, I do feel her emotions. I feel her pain, just not in the same way. Emotionally, it's the same. Just nobody. Nobody at all. Everyone ran away. I ran away. I told Natalie I would never abandon her, and then I ran away. I left her with those monsters. I knew what they did to her. I just wanted her to be happy. I thought if I left, that her family would feel safe and they wouldn't punish her. But they punished her. Um, Holy fuck, did they punish her? They punished me too. Um, Fuck. I'm sorry, I'm all goobered up now, and I try to turn them off. I try to turn them off, I do. I don't want to miss them. I don't want to miss Peaches. I don't want to miss Alicia. I don't want to miss Maddie. I don't want to miss Rabbit. I don't want to miss Tara. I don't want to miss Sierra. I don't want to miss any of these people. I don't want to miss Mobley. I don't want to miss Christine. I don't want to miss Jerry. I don't want to miss any of these people. I just want the pain to go away. Oh, Jesus, fuck. So, she typed, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out, and I can't explain in more words how much I need her. She is my whole world. She typed, I know you don't mean anything as being intimate. Thank you for recognizing my, I'm sorry about this not. Thank you for recognizing my human nature. I try to be open about my faults because I want them to heal and get better. Y'all can understand that, right? She typed, my heart is so broken. I feel like I'm at no strength in this world. I'm feeling so defeated. My whole world is crashing before my eyes. My mental stability is so rocky and shattered that I don't know how to start to make it better. Uh, Train parking. She typed, my mind is my own worst enemy, and I'm in a darker spot than I've ever been before. I'm so scared of what's going to happen to me. I was scared too, and the things I was afraid of happened. Instead of helping me or killing me, they gave me my worst fears because they didn't understand and didn't take the time to understand because they wanted to tell me how to think and how to feel and what to do and what to waste my limited resources on, and it was a waste. She typed, I am so scared of what's going to happen to me. I mean, I owe people. I'm nowhere near sober. I wish I could be. I want to be. But the strength isn't there. I'm so low right now. I don't know how to make anything better. When I was afraid that something bad would happen to Natalie, I was right. I was right to fear, and I knew what to fear. I know the life. Those who know the life don't get the luxury of pretending it doesn't exist. Yeah, I know I chugged a fly out of it, and some of y'all think that's gross, but I don't give two shits. I've eaten at a dumpster slime. She typed, but the strength isn't there. I'm so low right now, I don't know how to make anything better. You know how much that hurts. No matter what you do, it's wrong. She typed, I need someone badly. I am so incredibly sad and lost. I need some fucking one. Actually, I need her. She's absolutely my better everything. I feel like I can't go on long without her. I typed, that is pain. Because it is. For me, it's not just one person. It was literally hundreds of people I was robbed from. Not just one. But I've never had a significant other, so I don't know. She typed so much, you have no idea how fucking much it sucks. I am so stuck and I want to be free of this pain. I'm so absolutely scared. I don't know how to get out of it. She typed, I need you to please call her for me, please, and make sure she's okay. Her name is, please call her and see if she answers. If not, leave her a message letting her know I absolutely need to talk to her, that it is urgent and I'm extremely worried about her. I don't know if her fears are legit or if she's just saying that to try to get me to call this other woman. I know that she's got other people trying to do so for her. I type, ma'am, I need you to call me before I am willing to call her. I need you to call and listen, and no, I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to feel. So he called. The call ended 0.1 minute. She typed, sorry I had to hang up. I understand what you were saying. Just please contact her for me. I typed, I have a couple more things to say. I tried to call her. It says, missed audio call. No answer. 10:39 p.m. She typed, I can't answer. Please type it out. It's kind of an emergency that you contact her. I need to make sure she's okay. I need to let her know that I'm not. I needed Natalie to know that I wasn't okay, that people were hurting me. It wasn't just emotional pain, it was physical shit on top of a lot of emotional pain. This didn't just rob me of Maddie Boa. Maddie Boa was the first person that I loved that I lost over these rumors. See, Natalie and Alicia, I didn't lose them over the rumors. They knew that it was bullshit. They started the rumors because they didn't want to get in trouble. And I didn't want them to get in trouble either. Terrible things did people did terrible things to me, and these are the same people that did terrible things to Natalie and her sister. I typed, she typed, I need to let her know that I'm not. I typed, if I call her because of the court dates that I wasn't allowed to go to. If I call her, I could get into a lot of trouble. I will call her in a couple of minutes, okay? She typed, okay. Let me know ASAP. I have other people working on contacting her for me. And then she typed, did you call? About to do that now.